Hi guys! Welcome to our video. In today's topic, we're going to talk about northern white rhinoceros. Have you ever wondered what are those species? And also, if northern white rhinoceros went extinct, what would be the possible effects in our environment? And also, what are some of the things that we can do as a human species with great minds in order to prevent extinction coming into their fate as a species? In today's topic, let's proceed. Did you know that the northern white rhinoceros can have a length of 4 meters and height of 2 meters? And also, they can roughly estimate with a weight of 1,600 kilograms or exactly 3,500 pounds. Northern white rhinos are seen that the males are somewhat bigger compared to females. These northern white rhinoceros tend to live in groups like the pride of the lions, and they tend to attack together in a group with the use of their horns, and these horns are composed of keratin, which can be seen in our fingernails. These northern white rhinos tend to live or to sleep in under shady trees for their comfortness.
Now, only 2 female northern white rhinoceros remain at the conservancy. The last of their kind on Earth. In 2014, there were only 7 of the subspecies on the planet, all in the zoos. By the summer of 2015, the number had dwindled to 4. A few months later, there were only 3, but when the northern white rhino population began to decline, it was lightning fast. In Sudan's last days, rangers at Olpeheta kept the 3 rhinoceros 24/7 armed guard. Despite the species' precipitous conservation status, the animals face an intense threat from poaching. Like elephants, rhinos in Africa are aggressively hunted for their lucrative horns and skin. In 2013, another rhino subspecies, the western black rhino, was declared extinct. The eastern black rhino, numbering around 1,000, could be the next rhino species facing extinction. Poaching and illegal trade of rhino horn has increased sharply since 2007 and increased one of the major reasons rhino are still endangered today.
Poaching is a big business, and well-organized criminals gangs are now well-equipped to track and kill rhino. One rhino horn can fetch in excess of an incredible $200,000. Political and economic instability within countries can increase the threat of poaching too. Rhino horn trade has been banned under the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species since 1977, yet the black market demand for rhino horn is high. Rhino horns are used in traditional Asian medicine, particularly in Vietnam and China. True, there is no scientific evidence that keratin found in the horn is beneficial as a remedy. More recently, and particularly among the middle upper classes of Vietnam, the purchase of rhino horn signifies someone's wealth and success. It is used as a status symbol and is said to be an aphrodisiac. Poachers targets the white rhino for their horns to smuggle to Asia for beliefs that it can heal illness and can be used as remedies. Habitat loss is the other major threat to rhino populations. As more and more land is cleared for agriculture, there is a less of available space for rhino to thrive in. Rhino need a large area in which to feed and roam. If rhino populations end up fragmented with no safe corridors to travel though, there's a chance of successful breeding and recovery will further decline.
Poaching is the ultimate goal to stop rhinos from being extinct. Poaching prevention measures involve military training techniques, night vision helicopter surveillance, electronic tracking equipment, and intelligence gathering. Private reserve owners, conservations, and the public are working together to sign petitions and accept donations that help to cover the millions of dollars it takes to provide rhinos with protection against poachers. According to the Williams, Susanna, and Appleton route, vitro fertilization, or commonly known as IVF, can be used to bypass normal reproduction to produce new northern white rhino babies. Sperm samples from deceased males that are preserved in biobanks solve one side of the equation, but they are not frozen stores of northern white rhino eggs that we can rely on as easily. Scientists also tried insemination, but the attempt failed. Dr. Thomas Hildebrand and his other colleagues came up with the idea of making embryo unlike fertilized by sperm in laboratory. However, this audacious plan to save the white rhino has another challenge. To get hold of the egg, according to Dr. Hildebrand, they cannot cut the skin of the rhino or perform similar ways that requires cutting the skin because while their 2 cm thick skin protects them into fights, they never heal and will eventually be the cause of their deaths. In the year 2017, Dr. Hildebrand has extracted a total of 19 eggs from both Najin and Fatu. If these professionals had made the slightest mistake and miscalculation, Fatu could have died.
Rhinos have been around for millions of years and play a crucial role in their ecosystem. They're important grazers, consuming large amounts of vegetation, which help shape the African landscape. This benefits other animals and keeps a healthy balance within the ecosystem. Local people also depend on the natural resources within rhino habitat for food, fuel, and income. As one of Africa's Big Five, rhinos are a popular site for tourists. Ecotourism can be an important source of income for local people. Another way that rhinos help just by eating is allowing other species of grass to take root by clearing the area of more dominant edible greenery. This increases plant biodiversity and keeps the ecosystem healthy. Without the selective lawn mowers, invasive plant species can take over and cause the death of other important plants, eventually leading to a barren landscape in some places and overgrown forests where grass-eating species wouldn't survive in others. Of course, pure grazing lawn means that pure herbivores can survive in the wild, decreasing the ecological biodiversity in an area. The imbalancing food chain doesn't just affect grass eaters. The carnivores that eat them, including lions, leopard, cheetahs, and hyenas, would also suffer a major food shortage.
One interesting and scary effect of diminished grasslands and grazing lawns is that it leads to an increase in carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Since grasslands work to absorb more carbon dioxide than they release, it's fair to say that rhinos are as important to air quality as they are to the Earth's ecology. Of course, increase in carbon dioxide is directly related to climate change. As temperature rise, polar ice caps are melting faster than ever, creating problems for animals like polar bears, which are at risk of extinction themselves due to melting ice and decrease in their own food supply. It's scary to think that the extinction of rhinos could increase the likelihood of extinction for polar bears and other Arctic species. Rhinoceros, in general, are considered as a keystone species that has a large impact on the environment. Without them, the environment can drastically change. In one study, researchers found that without rhinos, there are fewer grazing lawns since they keep other foliage like forest from taking over. In fact, where rhinos regularly dine, there are nearly 20% more grazing lawns, proving they're doing more for the environment than just munching greenery. Rhinos can help the environment just by eating. They are known for being a lawn mower by allowing other species of grass to take root by clearing the area for more dominant edible greenery. It increases the plant biodiversity and keep a healthy ecosystem. Without the rhinos, invasive species can take over and could possibly cause the deaths of important plants that can lead to barren landscape and overgrown forests where herbivores could not survive.
So there you have it, folks. Now, we're much aware of the effects of the extinction of this northern white rhinoceros in our environment. And thus, the last message of this video is for us to be aware and to understand that each and one of us or species of this planet are in one. We are referring to the food cycle or the food chain, and thus, if one species dies or extinct, then it will alter the natural cycle or balance of the ecosystem, and thus will also lead us to our own extinction as a species of humans. So therefore, we must prevent it and to spread awareness to preserve our species in the environment. That's all. Thank you.